y'all mad at me. I took a break. I gotta admit, I took a break. I slacked off way too long, but it was a lot going on. My last video was PRI, and then we went to US Street, got Bit Meats ready, and from that point on, it's just been hectic. Like, I got my calendar behind me, y'all can't really see. So, US Street with Bit Meats, hot tamale, and whatever y'all want to call that thing. The Hall's Racing X275 Mustang and Vetna. So, looking at the schedule here, because I can't even really remember. So from US Street, we went straight to Lights Out 15 or 16. I can't remember the name. Literally, we left from Lights Out 16 thanks to Michael Hawes. He let us borrow his big rig. We put Bit Meats inside of the trailer and took it to the race so we could leave that Sunday and go straight to Bradenton for World Series of Pro Mod. Bit Meats at US Street, didn't qualify again. Let myself down majorly. Dave Thomas. I don't think Dave was like, look, man, don't beat yourself up too bad. But me as a tuner, I wanted to make the field. It was hard again. We kept having issues. We never could get the issues straightened out. So then I asked Wade that preps a track there, can I stay and test? And I'm glad we did. So we finally got Bit Meats in the 60s, 368 with no 60 foot, 951, like 248, 368 at 205. A little bit of notches on it. So that thing is going to be fast. It was going to be fast. And then, so when it lights out, hot tamale, the Hall's Racing X275 car didn't do so well. Vetna didn't do so well. Then I stepped all over my toes on the keyboard when it came to running Mark Marion in the semis or something like that. So no win there. But at US Street we did made it to the we got runner up. That was pretty good. Car just spun in place. We was the last cars to get on the track. So that was an extremely hard race being with a bit top prep. And then got the World Series of Pro Mod, and I know I'm jumping around here. We got the World Series of Pro Mod, and when I tell you we came off the trailer looking good, like exceptionally good, because I was working off of my 360 pass, so everything was going to be 68 and below. Well, Bit Meats had other plans, unfortunately. Bit Meats and the throttle and the motor had other plans. So we go out Q1, I believe. It was bad. We broke another siphoning tube in the bottle. One of the notches bottles of both of them. It ran bad, like a 377 at 201. The data log showed the bottle pressure just horrible. Q2, the crank trigger, touchdown. So touchdown with a scoop in 2 pieces or something like that. Q3, last chance to get in the show. We go out, it decides to hook hard left. Just no good. And then I believe it was Q4, so maybe in the daytime. I can't really remember. I'm all over the place. It's been so long I can't even remember. But whichever qualifier it was, the car goes out, about to go personal best in the heat. The track temperature like 120. 940 down low, and then it decides to go into a violent tie shake. During the tie shake, DJ couldn't lift in enough time. The car decides to turn completely like 45 degrees sideways. He tries to lift, the throttle gets stuck. After the throttle gets stuck, smacked into a wall. DJ decided instead of trying to hit it head on or with the back, he just evenly got the side. And it wasn't bad. We're getting the car fixed now. But versus the Pro Mod, went no good. Sorry to let y'all down again. I don't know if we're going to be in the next one or not. I ain't 100% sure. I got to talk that out with Dave. And then, so after World Series of Pro Mod, I turned into a blower racer, a blower tuner. Thanks to Michael Hoss, we've been secretly building a car named Louis Vuitton. So after World Series of Pro Mod, I had to literally work non-stop up until Big Jake's race. And I was proud. of that one. I'm still am proud of it. The wiring part of it is my first blower car I wired. I had Modern help me with it, harness-wise, but laid it out, got it in the car, everything worked flawlessly. Linked up with Stevie Fast to help me out, help me baseline that thing so I wouldn't look so bad going into a $100,000 race. So we get the Big Jake's race. Louis V absolutely destroys everybody. And then we got down to the semis. With first race with the car. Got to the semis and we had issues going with. I lost lash on number 4 lifter. I decided it wouldn't be good to run it. Mike was like, "Let's run it." So we tried to run it. We had other issues in the burnout box, fuse system. I guess when we was checking some stuff, fuse system, crunk the car up, cutting off, crunk it up, cut off, blah blah blah. It's an EFI blower car, so you don't got fuse pressure, it ain't running. So, but during the time when we had Big Jake's race, which is, I'm looking now, March 28th, 27th, something like that. To let you know how far behind I am on races. That's why I'm having to keep looking at this calendar. We kept, having to go back and forth. I had to go back and forth because at the same time as Jake race was Battle of the Thrones, the biggest radio race of the year. This big, huge throne chair. We've been trying to get one for like 2 or 3 years. I got close with Vecna, Bowser, and Black Plague. Never got one. Funny thing is, Donald Long was like, "Look, while you decided to go play with the No Time guys over there, instead of racing with your own car over here, your people gonna get one. Just watch it." And that was right. DJ, my pop, my mom, Sean, they pulled off a win. And Jalen, I couldn't line the car up, so Jalen handled that. Sean and my pop worked on it, and DJ drove the wheels off that thing. Ended up qualifying like 1 or 2, and pretty much, just worked their way down the ladder. Got it done. Ended up going to 14 at that race. Won. I wasn't there, but, I was trying to handle business in Texas. So let's move on from that. We go to April. In April, we had Bobby Cole's Alabama Madness, which was a $75,000 or $100,000 484 race, or 5-inch and below race. We took black gold out there and won it all. Now, let me tell you, it was not an easy win. We hurt the motor twice. Rebuilt it the first time in 48 minutes, rebuilt it the second time in 30 minutes, but pulled through, won it. Chad let DJ suit up. He did his job. And then I want to say right after Alabama Madness, I had to leave my car. My RV in Alabama because we had Bama Outlaws, the next X275 race. Well, we get down there. We do exceptionally well given the circumstances of the weather we had. A rain forecast every single day. It would start raining. Track staff would clean the track, send us out there. It was very, very, very hard to tune in. But got it done. Never raced in Alabama on Sunday, but ended up having to race on Sunday. Pulled off that W. And I ain't gonna show every single video inside of this video because it's gonna make I have an hour, 2 or 3 hour long video, and you guys ain't gonna watch that. So let's move over to May. We move over to May. We got, I want to say, looking here, a no time outlaw race that was in Rockingham. Black Gold pulled another one off. That was good. It was smooth, very organized race. And then Clash in the Carolinas for 484 stuff. That was a little hectic. I ain't gonna get on topic on that. And then to finish up things, and I'm pretty sure I missed something here because now that I'm thinking about it, we did have Jamie's race and Carolina Dratway, and Black Gold ended up winning. We won with Black Gold, Disrespectful, and Dark Knight. So I can't think of the date, but yeah, we won with all three of them. Small block nitro shootout. Disrespectful is now crowned the baddest stop board space small block in the world. Well, that way in the stop board space race, you just say small block and just a small block race. But Disrespectful is stop board space, and we went out there and slapped some of the guys around. And then Black Gold, it was on the rails all day long. Chad was treating everybody. Car worked flawless. And then Dark Knight, which is a T-ball style car, Eugene Bradley, Gino owns. DJ drove it, won in a T-ball shootout. But they go back forward to the last race. I finally can catch up somewhat on was May, end of May. Shakedown at US 31. So went up the Shakedown, long drive, 14 hours for me. Go up there, and when I tell you Vecna been on the rail, I mean an absolute rail. From Q1, the Q2, the Q3, the E1, all the way to the finals. The finals was absolutely insane. We had Ron Rhodes in the finals. He came over, shook our hand before in the pit, said, "Look, it's going to be a drag race." And I felt like Rhodes was telling me in so many ways he was pulling his up. So I got the old 716 out, the 716s out, the trusty old one, and cracked my jets out, put them in, and let me tell you, 410s apiece. It was a drag race. Unfortunately, Rhodes went a little bit faster, but DJ went 005 to like his 040 in the tree. So we pulled off the W on that one. And then after I got out back split it, I decided I'm gonna hub down it was like a few days ago. So came straight from the race, hub down, found a little bit of power, and now we're getting ready. We got a 4-month break into the October race. We are 175, 200, like 200 points ahead, and to win the X275 championship for the year. So we're looking to pull that off, keep on putting our foot on the competition next, and next thing coming up, it's gonna be this week. It's gonna be Jamie's race. So I am gonna provide footage starting Tuesday Test session. Michael Hawes is gonna drive his screw-blown Louis V for the first time. First few passes, I'm not gonna video. He never been in the car, so out of respect for him, I'm not gonna video it. But other stuff we have ready. Get these old small blocks. We'll get my small block ready for this Saturday. So you watching this video right now, go out to Carolina Dragway this weekend, weather permitting, and watch us battle it out. We're gonna try to get it done. Maverick will be there with the 484. Disrespect for a small block. If Mike doesn't go back home, we're gonna leave the trailer there, and he's gonna race Louis V and anything on 28s. And then we got a huge grudge race with Rat. It's another car I tuned. And then the other car, I was about to mess up. I can't say I tuned it, but y'all will see. So stay tuned. Enjoy the footage. These gonna be short clips. I'm gonna jump around a little bit, but this is me trying to catch back up because I let y'all down over. Let me look. Last video dropped, which was the PRR shootout. That was December 20th. So sorry I let y'all down. It's been a few months, but I'm gonna try to get things back going here. I do have somebody that possibly gonna film for me now. So here we go. Stay tuned. Enjoy the footage.